questionable character or relationship with friends, please also take this book and read, because there are one or two things you're going to learn from it, especially if you're a woman, because women connect on different levels. There are some things said in this book that only women will really relate, and there are some parts that are also good for mental.
So at Lavenro's book club for the month of February, the theme was friendship, and so we had to pick from some books. The book with the highest vote was The Friendship Formula. I like this book because it teaches how to add great people to your life, subtract toxic people, and multiply your happiness. Welcome to The Brain Inspires. Today I'll be sharing how this book review went. You'll hear lessons and feedbacks from people. This is what some people thought about the book.
The book was actually supposed to be fun, and that was forward. Her writing is very simple and short. There's no use of big drama.
This is Aisha, and she was the leader for the month. She moderated the book review and also shared her thoughts. This is what she had to say about the book of the month.
Your friend, you have issue with your friend, and for me, initially, when I have issue with friends, I don't usually sit down with them and talk about it. I'll just cut it off. So I really felt bad, because I have friends, I blocked their number and stopped talking to them. Later on, I was like regretting, why did I do that? So this book really taught me on how to like sit down with your friend, discuss about what is bothering you or what they are doing that you don't really like. Then we can talk about it. Then afterwards, you know yourself, so that you understand, this person is going through a lot of things, or you are going through a lot of things, not shutting them down. Yeah, that was also the part that most stood out for me.
At the review, we shared favorite quotes too.
The first one is, it's not enough to be alive, you have to be living.
Yes.
Then I have a heart so big, laugh so loud, and energy that was contagious. Then I have a small meaningful gift is better than money splashed on something fancy with no thought behind it. Then if someone asks lots of questions but doesn't give away much about themselves, be wary. Yeah, so that's my favorite
quote in the book is, lots of people want to ride with you on the limo, but what you want is someone who will ride the bus with you when the limo breaks down, by Oprah Winfrey.
Someone touches you, even casually, tells more about what they are thinking of you.
There were points in the book that stood out for us, and I shared some of mine. This part that's really interesting, you know, when they talked about the 150 people that we have access to, like 150 people, and that we can be in touch with, and that's based on research, and then like 5 people can be in our close circle at a time. And this means that, like, whether it's not even an intentional thing, it's something that is unintentional, because you cannot like devote your time equally to a lot of people. It's just like 5 people at a time. So it now made me understand why it happens that sometimes in my life personally, there are times that I drift away from certain people and I drift more towards certain people, and I think it's because while trying to balance that few numbers in your cycle, there's a tendency that as one comes into the cycle, one may go out of that inner cycle. And so like that part really stood out for me. It was an interesting review because people shared their real life experiences. I spoke and asked the readers some questions, and they shared their thoughts.
You should be each other's friend, not one person being a friend of one another. And you guys should be involved in the sense that whatsoever is happening to the other should know, so that to avoid any future problems. Because you know, it depends on our individual understanding and our individual differences of whatsoever that will happen. Like, life may take you on a scale of 1 to 10, and maybe that person is still on the scale of 1. So you just have to carry that person alone, so that at the end of the day, all of you will be on the same level. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So will you recommend this book to anyone? And if you would, who will you recommend it to?
Okay, I think I'll recommend it to my friends. They are my friends, but I know that they have friends that are not my friends. I think having a cycle, a complete cycle with an understanding of being a lady with friends and having it easy to go about life, it will be easier for everybody in that side, so that no person will be left out, or nobody will feel as if, okay, she loved that person and she doesn't love me. So I would recommend it to each and every person, most especially my friends.
This book between 1 to 5, what will you rate it?
4.5, because it has covered so many things that some of us don't even know, and it has helped some of us understand what friendship is all about, differentiate real friends apart from just a casual friend. So I'll rate it 4.5, even though it's supposed to be 5/5.
Well, so you've heard it from Abigail.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be rated 5 according to Abigail. And so if you've not read The Friendship Formula by Caroline Millington, you should probably consider reading it. How was the book review today?
It was awesome.
Okay.
We really enjoy ourselves. As a leader of the month, I learned a lot about this book because it taught me a lot about friendship and how to deal with friends, how to pick friends, how to understand who are my friends, what are the things that I'm supposed to know about friends, my friends' issues and problems, then what are my strategy on solving them, if any.
Okay. So will you recommend this book to anybody?
Yes, I would recommend this book to my siblings,
Okay.
also my friends,
Okay.
because this book, everybody need to read this book. It's a must read for everyone.
Yeah. Okay. So if you had to rate this book between 1 to 5, what would
I will
you give?
rate it 4.
4.
The book review was great. It was interesting. I learned a lot from the perspectives shared by different ladies, and I look forward to the next review. Yeah.
Okay. So based on this book that you read and in the course of reading, was there anything that stood out for you? Did you learn anything new?
Yes, I learned a lot of things. About 70% of what was said in that book, I had no idea about. I never really had a strong understanding of friendship or what is expected of friends until I read this book. And I enjoyed the quotes, especially there were two that really stood out for me. I can't remember them verbatim, but they were by Oprah and Taylor Swift.
Okay.
Yes. And so I really, really wish I read this book when I was younger, maybe in my formative years as a teenager, because now as an adult, it's kind of difficult for me to bend my life to fit into what is expected of me as a friend. But I'm willing to put in the effort to do better in building friendships with people.
Yeah, I like that about you because you're someone who tries to like build yourself, and you do not just read books, but you actually like put into practice what you read, which is very commendable, I must say. So based after reading this book, will you recommend this book to anyone?
Yeah, I recommend. I'm a lecturer. I educate people, and I'm going to talk about it in my classes. One thing about my classes, I don't make it strictly about the course I teach. I try to incorporate real life issues into it.
That's
and one
awesome.
thing I always do is to talk about keeping in contact with friends. But I never really knew about this part of being intentionally with the supposed friends you have and to keep in contact. So yes, this is something I look forward to including in my class. I'm going to target it to young people. It's not like there are older people who do not need to read this. Please, if you're older and you want to improve your friendship, I recommend strongly, please read it. But why I'm saying I'm going to target younger people is because I personally wish I read this when I was younger. I wouldn't have lost the friends I have lost. I would have had better friendship with the friends that I have. And at least now I know how best to build friendship, even though I'm at this level where most of my friends will be maybe work colleagues or people from programs and all of that, but it is still going to be worth the effort. So yes, I'm going to strongly recommend this for young people, especially those that are still coming up, those in their teenage years, their formative years. In fact, those in high school or those in secondary school, as we call it. Please go ahead and read it. But if you are far gone in age, regardless if you're 30s, your 40s, and you can see that you have questionable character or relationship with friends, please also take this book and read, because there are one or two things you're going to learn from it, especially if you're a woman, because women connect on different levels. There are some things said in this book that only women will really relate, and there are some parts that are also good for gentlemen. But if you're a woman, a woman, please take in time and study.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you for sharing that. And I like the fact that you step down this knowledge that you've gotten to others, which is very important in our day-to-day life. It's important for us to not just gather knowledge to ourselves,
keep
but
it.
and keep it, because we learn more by actually dishing out this knowledge that we've gathered over time. So that's really commendable too. If you're going to rate this book 1 to 5, what will it be?
5 star.
5 star. You
think-
heard it from her, and this is an educator for that matter.
Yeah.
So 5 star. If an educator says a book is 5 star, you should read it.
Yes.
Thank you, and thank you for giving me your time. So you have heard from the readers and they have shared their thoughts. What do you think about all that has been said? Let me know in the comment section. If you loved this, let's know in the comment box. And if this is a book that you'll consider reading, let us know too. If also this is a book you've read, share your thoughts on this book and if you recommend it. Video, I would like to just say never be embarrassed by your passions and your hobbies and who you are. Just be you, and you attract like minds and potential new friends. Also, for your existing friendships, work on building them, keep in touch. Call, check on your friends. It just takes few seconds. Also, remember that not everyone who you would like to be a friend to will consider you a friend. Some people will see you as an acquaintance, and that's fine. So accept that some people will see you as an acquaintance when you would like to be a friend, and just cherish the ones who actually really want you in their life. So the people who deserve you will be there. Thank you for watching, and subscribe, like, share, and keep in touch. Turn on your notification for more.